What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to wherever the hell we are on the grass. And Eala's back. She's playing Marino. This is going to be an interesting matchup because Marino, I think, is a big hitter. We've only watched her like once or twice. And Eala looked great in her last match. So let's see what happens. Let's see if Eala can continue winning. She's won 2 matches in a row for the first time since Miami. So let's see if she can get to 3 in a row and make the semifinals here. But how are we doing, chat? We've also got coming up as well, Raducanu is coming up a little bit later as well. So, plenty of matches. Also, I think Medvedev's playing. Zverev is playing. Rebecca is playing. Keys is playing. So we'll keep an eye on all their scores as well. Fritz is playing. Andreescu is playing. So plenty of tennis today. But we're not watching all of it. We're just watching some of it. Raducanu's match is in like 4 hours. At least 4 hours. If the weather is okay. Angle has kept us close against FAA. Borges Umbera playing. Okay. You mean Engle's that 17-year-old guy, right? Is that the 17-year-old? That's cool. FAA is pretty good on grass too. He's had his moments, right? So interesting. That could be an interesting time. Who wins, Raducanu or Zhang? I don't know. We'll find out later. We'll watch it and we'll find out. It's hot in here in the UK today, but a bit windy. What are we talking, like 12 degrees? What are we saying? 13 degrees? What's hot? Come on. 20? Is it 22? Is it 22 degrees? What's hot? It's hot in the UK? What is it like? The sun came out? It's roasting in Europe? It's 24. Is it 24 degrees? Is it 24 degrees? Like 24? Like degrees Celsius? It's hot? Is it really that hot? Is it, though? Is it? I don't know. Is it? Maybe it is. I don't know. It's 33 in Geneva. Okay, that's hot. And that's crazy. Screw that weather. That's weather sucks. It's 22 is hot in the UK. Oh, no, I lived there for 2 years. I heard everybody's saying it. I heard. I was there. I lived there. To be fair, it's so cold in winter that when it does get hot, you're just not used to it. So I understand. All right. They're warming up. Marino's going to serve first. Number 8 seed taking on the number 1 seed in this one. FAA should be good on grass, but this week was his first win on grass in 3 years. Wow, that's interesting. How cold is your cold weather? Dutchie, don't start. All right. I don't need that. Just let me be. It's freezing here today. Don't you start. Let me make fun of the British heat, all right? 22 in West Yorkshire was where I live. You live near the tournament. Nice. Nice one. It's sunny today? Okay, fair enough. Thank you for featuring our nation's pride, Alex. You're welcome. Make sure you talk when somebody comes in here and is rude. Because I need people like you to, tell those people to shut up. It's 31 a year in Manila. Nice. Love that for you. In Perth, it's 42 degrees. No, it's not. It's not right now. What are you talking about? It ain't no 42. All right. They're warming up the last few serves, and then we are going to get started. Here we go. Can Eala win 3 games in a row For the first time since Miami. Can she do it? Melbourne is not that cold. It is cold today. 17 where I am, cool. But I'm back at work. That's good. It'll be aircon. Hello! What do you want to say? What do you want to say? You have something to say? What do you want to say? Okay. All right. Here we go. Last few serves, and then we're going to get started. But thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to sub if you haven't already. Wimbledon starts in a couple of weeks. Next week is a big deal. So next week's a big deal. Next week's a big deal. So be ready for next week. Because next week is a big deal. Queen's yet to announce wildcards. Given Cilic is a two-time champion, played in Ilkley, maybe he'll get one. He deserves one for sure. He deserves to get one. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Who's winning this match, chat? You tell me. Who have you got? I'm going to go Eala in 3 because I can. All right. Marino serving first. She serves a fault, second serve. How did you manage the cold in Europe? Because I'm tough. All right, second serve. In the back of Eala. Marino forehand. Into the back of Eala is Marino in the net with the forehand. And Marino's already shaking out her hand. That's not good. She injured? Marino's shaking her arm out. That can't be a good sign. Eala for the win. Eala in 3. Eala in 3. And Eala. Everyone's saying Eala. Nice. All right. Love 15. As a return from Eala goes in the backhand slice of Marino. And that's a great slice. Eala couldn't get there. 15 all. $15 Serve out wide the back end of Eala. 4 now from Marino. Eala gets on the stretch but can't get it back. And it's 30-15. Eala in 2 hopefully. Okay. Even though I was meant to be born in Canada. What? That's weird. All right, Marino, 30-15. Serve is a fault. Down you go. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Good girl. Sit down. Good girl. All right, 30-15. By the way, chat, Rockies won. Rockies beat the Mets. 8-7. Sorry, not the Mets. We beat the Giants. We finally beat the Giants. We were supposed to beat them yesterday, but then we beat them today. Or we're supposed to beat them the other day, but we beat them yesterday. We're up in the ninth innings. I think we're up like 6-4, and then we lost like 7-6. But we beat them today, so it doesn't matter. San Diego lost. We won. So we celebrate with wearing the shirt. 40-15. Yeah, they're just talking to the umpire, by the way. I'm not sure what that was about. 40-15. Marino take the first game of the match. Eala in 2. She's always the losers in 3. Okay, fair enough. As Marino with a forehand into the backhand of Eala. Into the forehand of Marino. Eala again to the forehand of Marino, who puts away the winner. And Eala watches it fly by. All right, 1-love Marino. 1-0 Marino. All right, serve from Eala now. All right. Yeah, down. Dun, 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 dun. All right. 1-0. Marino's a tough opponent. True to a veteran. Yeah. 1-0 Marino. All right. Serve. Is a fault from Eala. Second serve. Second serve. Serve the back end of Marino. Return the forehand of Eala, who puts it wide, and it's love 15. Love 15. Love 15. As Eala gets a 15-hole. All. As we get a fault from Eala. By the way, very windy out there. Second serve. Is Rebecca playing this tournament? No, she's playing Queen's Club, which is, we're going to watch that later. Serve to the forehand Marino, return the net, 30-15. By the way, chat, I went to the thrift and I bought DVDs. Some classics that I haven't seen. And some movies that I haven't watched in a long time. So don't you worry. I know you came here for the tennis, but you stay for the DVDs. 30-15. As Eala serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Yeah, sorry, we can't show the video because we get banned, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. And Marino hit it out, so it's 40-15. So if you can't find the match, or if you don't want to pay for the match, you can hang out here if you want. But also, if you want to watch the match, you can watch it for free on the WTA website anyway. Unless it's not available everywhere. But I'm not sure. On Bear serve for the match, let's go. Which slam suits Eala's game the most, US Open or Australian Open? We don't know, because we haven't seen her play either. So, we've seen the juniors, she won the US Open, but I don't know if we could categorically say that she couldn't play well in Australia as well. I would say it'd be one of the two of those, though, for sure. As we go backhand Marino to the backhand of Eala. Marino forehand in the net. And Eala levels. 1-1 in the first. Come here. Did you break it? Did you break it? Doesn't make a noise. Doesn't make a noise. All right, 1-0. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I would say, look, the US Open, she won in the juniors. So she obviously likes the courts there. And she won in 2021. Sorry, 2022. So if she had won it in like 2019, the courts of the US Open would have gotten quicker. So you would think that since 2019, so you would say that she probably doesn't mind playing in Australia as well. But we haven't seen her play at the Australian Open yet, or the US Open in the main draw. So I guess this year we'll find out. We'll find out. Watching on WTA website for free. You're my commentator. Well, that's a great way to watch. You can watch it for free and hang out here, and I can tell you what's happening. If you want me to explain anything, ask me some questions, I can answer them. Love 30, by the way. Chance for Eala to break. Marino serves. Marino with a serve. It's an ace. And it's 15:30. Mia Baba. Hello. All right, 15:30. Cam really wants to make use of the whiteboard. Hey, look, I got the whiteboard. If you want to ask me questions, I can give you answers. To the back end of the net from Marino, it's 15:40. 15:40. Break points for Eala. As the return goes to forehand of Marino. Eala with the forehand in the nets. 30-40. 30-40. Serve again. Into the forehand of Eala. Bit of a shank. Goes into the forehand of Marino. Eala backhand. Into the forehand of Marino. Again to the back of Eala. Marino with the backhand down the middle. Goes long. There's the break. Eala gets the break. First game's 2-1. All right. 2-1. Good start. New sub here with the Eala feature. Hey, Pia. Appreciate that. Shout out to all the people that are Eala fans. We watch her because you want to watch her. So anybody who comes in here and says, I don't want to watch Eala, take it up with the Eala fan group because there's a lot of you. And you want to watch her, so watch her. We will watch her. When Bear wins, yes, he's in the team. I knew he'd be good on grass. Let's go. Let's go. Great start for Eala, yeah. She's been really good the last couple of matches. She's been playing really well on the grass. What are the rankings of these players? Eala's like 73, I want to say. And I think Marino is around 100. Let me triple check. Let me check. 2-1 for Eala. Where are we? I don't know. Why can't I check? She might be outside the top 100, actually, because if Eala's number one seed at 70, then Marino's probably not in the top 100. Oh, no, she is. She's 110. She was 107 last week, so she's 110. Eala's 77. Yeah, so Eala's in that 70 to 80, and Marino is just outside the top 100. I was close. Eala currently ranked 76 in the live rankings. And if she wins today, she will be 71. And if she wins the tournament, she could be as high as sort of 60, 65-ish, 66. So not seated at Wimbledon, but closing up the rankings, like climb out the rankings. Hey, thank you, Azza, for the gifted membership. Appreciate that. What's the name of your dog? My dog's name is Mia. 30 loves with a back forehand out from Eala. Lob from Marino is good. Eala gets with a forehand down the line. Marino with a forehand to the forehand of Eala, and Eala hits a winner. Lovely shot. 40 love. 40 love. Ow. What are you biting me for? 40 love. Watching from the Philippines. What's up, Ruth? How you doing? Shout out to the Philippines. By the way, chat, I'm still undecided whether I go to the Philippines after Wimbledon or after at the end of the year. So anyone who's in from the Philippines, should I go to the Philippines in July or December? Those are my two options. 40 love. As we get a return. And that goes out by Eala, 40-15. Go during summer? When's that? December. December. Okay. So I should go at the end of the year. Save my holiday. December is better. I'm from the Philippines. All right. March to May. Well, it's past May, so I'm not going in May. Or March. December. December is such a busy and beautiful month. Okay. July is rainy season. Everyone's saying... Someone said July. All right. December. All right, chat. You decide. You decided. 3-1. Eala holds. Maybe I'll go in December, but I'll go like to more places. Because I was going to go in July to like Manila for like 4 days. But December maybe for 10 days. Where should I go in the Philippines? Give me some travel destinations. Flights are more expensive. That is true. But also like I can only go in July or December. I can't go any other time. So if you tell me like, hey, you should go in February, it's cheap. I can't go in February. Actually, I could, but I just wouldn't be able to work. All right, 3-1. As the other return goes in. Love 15. You need plenty of money? What, to go to the Philippines? Or to go in December? So is December expensive? Christmas starts here in September. Okay. Love 15. Love 30. Yeah, looking for that double break. Just started watching. How's Alex playing? She's playing great. Great start to the match. Love 30. December is really lively. Sick. First serve is a fault. Second serve. She double faults. Marino's playing terrible. Love 40. Love 40. To take the double break, Eala. She is dominating this match. Love 40. As a return, goes the forehand Marino. The forehand now from Eala to the forehand Marino on the stretch. Eala cross-court forehand goes wide. Oh, it was in. That was in. 4-1. Double break. God, Eala's killing it. Easy for Eala. 4-1. Are you watching the Test Cricket Championships? Nope. All right. Four, 1. Eala dominating this match. Can Eala win this tournament? I mean, look, she's number 1 seed, so she's the highest ranked player in the tournament. So that's a good start. But if she's winning this easily against someone as experienced as Marino, I don't know who else is still in the tournament, but she's got to like her chances. I mean, there is still some experience in the tournament. Still, you've got Golubic, who's very good on all surfaces. Parry is good. Jovic is a young player who's interesting as well. So, but they're on the other side of the draw. So she won't have to play them until the final. Her part of the draw, if she wins this match, she's going to play either a wild card or a qualifier. So you would think that based on ranking, she'll make the final. And then she could play against, maybe Golubic, who's a very experienced player. But Golubic is playing 3-setters all the way through, so it's been tough for her. So she's got a very good chance of winning the tournament, for sure. She gets the 15 love. She should make the final. Like, Eala at this stage should make the final. Like, it would be an upset if she didn't, I think. If she didn't make the final, that would be a bit disappointing. But Parry is, obviously Parry's pretty tough as well. But Golubic and Parry, if they make the final, she'll have a tough final. But they might not make the final. They might both lose, and then she doesn't have to play them, and then she might win the whole thing. 15 love. Like her chances. Yeah, she's got a great chance of winning this, especially if she's playing like this. And if she's winning this easily, as Eala hits it out, 15 all. Maybe not like that, though. She's playing like she was before. Jovic is still in the draw. Yeah, Jovic is, but she's only 17, though, so I wouldn't say that she would be the favourite to beat Eala in a final. Jovic will be nervous in that, right? But if she's doing this against someone like Marino, then she's got to like the chances of winning the whole thing. Marino, like I said, Marino is not like nobody. Down. All right, 30-15. A Jovic-Eala final would be really cool. All right, 30-15. There's a return. That's a fault, sorry. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. Are you going to cover Zhang Raducanu? Yep. We sure are. As the return goes into the backhand of Eala. Marino backhand to the front of Eala. Into the backhand of Marino. Eala with the forehand again. Into the front of Marino. And Marino in the net. 40-15. Eala is dominating in this match. 40-15. Who you got? Raducanu or Zhang? I don't know. You have to join later. And I'll tell you when we watch them. 40-15. To take a 5-1 lead in this first set. Good sign. Eala's dominating. Oh, yeah. She is kicking ass. As she serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. And Marino hits a return winner. 40-30. 40-30. Still a chance to go to 5-1. Sorry, 4-1. She said it's a 4-1 now to the back of Marino in the net, and it's 5-1. Eala kicking ass. All right. 5-1. Eala is dominating. Now, Marino is not playing great as well. We've got to mention that. But Eala is really looking really good on the grass. She's got, especially because last week she played on the grass as well. This week she's won a couple of matches on the grass. So she is playing solid. All right, 15 love. One second, chap. Ah, 15 all. As Marino serves to stay in the set. 15 all. As with a return. Into the front of Marino. Down the line's a good shot. Up goes a lob by Eala. Marino forehand. Into the back of Eala on the stretch. So Marino hits it in the net. And it's 15:30. A chance for Eala to get a breadstick. $15:30. Did Sinner pull out of Haller? I don't think he did. Unless he did recently. But I didn't see it, though. I don't think he did. First, there's a fault by Marino, second serve. Serve again. The return goes to forehand of Marino. Backing up from Eala. Into the slice of Marino. Eala backhand again to the backhand of Marino on the stretch. Eala forehand again to the backhand of Marino. As Eala can't get that one. Marino too good. 30-all. Go to the Philippines in December. All right. Fine. I'll go in December. Where should I go in the Philippines? What give me some ideas. All right, 30-all. As we got a fault, second serve. Second serve. As return goes into the backhand, but it's a winner by Eala. She's got set point, 30-40. 25 minutes. What the hell? 25 minutes. To win the first set, 30-40. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the backhand return goes the backhand of Marino. Marino in the net, 6-1. The other has got somewhere else to be. 6-1 first set. So easy. So simple. Are there many people watching? Yeah, it's actually, there's only one side of the court has stands. It looks pretty packed. Like there's only a couple of seats in the front row that are empty. But yeah. By the way, Eala didn't face a break point for the entire first set. And that's something that has troubled her on the clay, right? Was the serve. Her serve was unbreakable in that first set. 3 out of 4 break points converted as well. Great set of tennis. All right. First set in the bag. Since you're covering Eala game from Filipinos, why don't you go to the Philippines? Well, that's what I was asking. I want to go. I haven't been to the Philippines before. It's on my list of things to want to go and places I want to go. But I was going to go in July, but everyone said no. Don't go in July. So I'll go in December. So I need tips. Am I not covering Zverev? No. 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 That is a negative. No. The traffic is crazy in Manila in December? Okay. You'll enjoy if you go in December? Okay. Zverev's match play as a snail match. Yeah, and also, like, we might watch Zverev on the weekend. Maybe. All right. Marino. Can she fight back? Eala is dominating and then hits it long. Love 15. Love 15. Will Eala go deep at Wimbledon? I think it'll depend on a draw. There's obviously players that any unseeded player doesn't want to play. But hey, I mean, if she plays like this, and if she can get some confidence out of this week, then I'll tell you, I think she'll do. I think if she gets if she doesn't have to play a killer in the first round, she'll do better than the French Open. I think she'll do better than the French Open. If she has to play like Sabalenka first round or like a Raducanu or something crazy, then it's like, oh, that sucks. Not saying that she couldn't win, but I think if she got the same draw as she did in in Roland Garros, she'll do better. Like at Wimbledon, if she had the exact same draw, she would go further. She would beat Arango in the first round of a Wimbledon. She'd go on further. So yeah. So if she gets if she doesn't get a bad draw, I expect her to do well at Wimbledon. Her game is much more suited to the grass than it is the clay. We've seen that. I mean, she's won more matches almost this week than she did on the clay. Combined, right? All right, love 30. As Marino gets to love 40. Love 40. I'm a tennis player playing in America, living in the Philippines for 20 years. Hey, that sounds fun. You must love it there. Swiatek versus Eala, first round would be fun. Oh, yeah, that would actually be very interesting. That'd be a very interesting match. I love 40. First break points against Eala for the day. First serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Marino. Return the backhand of Eala. Forehand of Marino on the stretch in the net. One saved. 15-40. $15.40. $15.40. As we get a serve again from Eala. Still break points for Marino. As the return goes to the front of Eala. Marino slice. Into the backhand of Eala. Marino with a forehand again to the backhand of Eala. Marino goes down the line. But it's out. And it's 30-40. 30-40. $30-40. Marino was a veteran. She is. She is. 30-40. Serve to the backhand of Marino. Backhand from Eala. Into the front of Marino as Eala backhand on the stretch. Goes wide. Marino breaks. First break against Eala today. All right. All right. First break against Eala today. Golubic won the first at 6-1. Oh, nice. Okay. One love Marino. Eala felt sorry for her. That's savage. All right, 1-0 as Eala hits a return winner. Love 15. Watching Filipino from Australia. Hey, Willie. Shout out to Australia. All right, love 15. Now the return goes in the forehand of Marino. Forehand now from Eala to the backhand of Marino. Eala with the forehand lob. Marino volley. Eala volleys it in the net. 15-0. All. Serve again. As the return goes in, and then Marino puts it away. 30-15. $30-15. F1 in Montreal this weekend prediction. Piastri. Obviously. 30-15. First serve is a fault, second serve. As a return from Eala goes out, 40-15. Marino to go to 2 love in the second. 40-15. Marino serves again. The return goes to forehand of Marino. Forehand from Eala. Into the back of Marino. Eala with a drop shot. Marino's going to get there, and Eala's going to volley it away. Good pickup. 40-15. Sorry, 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. As Marino with a great serve, and she holds 2-love in the second. All right, 2-love. Watching for the Philippines. By the way, let me know where you're watching from, chat. Where are you watching from? I'm in Melbourne, Australia, and it's cold as... It is very cold. I'm from the Philippines watching from Dubai. Thanks for covering Eala again. No worries. May. No worries. Thank you for joining us. 2-love. Backhand goes down the line to the backhand of Marino. Eala backhand on the stretch. Marino forehand into the backhand of Eala. Marino forehand again. Is a winner. Love 15. We got Philippines. North Carolina. Canada. Hong Kong. Seattle. Ireland. Taiwan. South Africa. Philippines watching from Saudi Arabia. Nice. Watching from Singapore. We've got St. Louis. We've got Madrid. Lebanon in the house. Iceland. As Eala gets to 15-all. With a good serve. Watching from Spain. Denmark. Italy. Philippines. Japan. Afghanistan. UAE. Nice. 15-all. Serve with the forehand of Marino. Forehand from Eala to the slice of Marino. As Eala with the volley. No, it's a forehand in the net. 15-30. Kuala Lumpur as well. Nice. Cold Canberra. Fair enough. Barcelona. 15-30. Malaysia. Have I been to the Philippines? No, but it is on my list. In fact, it's my next place I want to go is the Philippines. Not because of Eala, because I haven't been. It's the only place in Asia that I haven't been. Well, it's one of the only places I haven't been. As with a forehand on the stretch. Forehand from Marino down the line. Eala gets on the stretch again. Marino backhand cross-court winner. 15-40. There's only a couple of places I haven't been, and Philippines is one of them. 15-40. 15-40. To take the double break, Marino. 15-40. Serve to the backhand of Marino. Return goes in the backhand slice of Eala. And that's too strong. Eala saves one. 30-40. Thailand in the house. You need to go, Cam. I'm trying. It's on I'm planning it. All right, 30-40. 30-40. So break point to get a double break in the second. 30-40. First serve is a fault, second serve. Watching from Rome. What's up? I'm from Manila, but right now I am in Bacolod. Nice. As the return goes into the forehand of Marino. Marino hits a winner. There's a 3-love lead. Jeez, Marino turning it around in the second. All right. 3-0. 3-0. You're from Caroline Springs, Melbourne, Victoria, mate. What's it like in Caroline Springs? Isn't that the display home village? Don't they just have a bunch of display homes there? That's all I know about Caroline Springs, is that it was always advertised on the TV as like the new suburb. It's probably way better than it was. It's probably better than just like a bunch of display homes. How long have you lived in Caroline Springs? All I remember, Caroline Springs was always advertised on TV. You support us since 2020, Chris. I appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around. We've got the UK in the house as well. FAA breaks. Cool. All right, 3-love. Second set to Marino at the moment. FAA serving the match. Let's go. Let's go, Felix. I'm watching for the Philippines. My wife and 2 kids live in Melbourne. Okay, sorry, that took me a second to understand. Nice. Why aren't you living in Melbourne? Did you go back to the Philippines for work or something? 3-love. Caroline Springs beside Burnside. No, I know where it is. It's more just what's it like? What's Caroline Springs like in 2025? 15-love. As Marino serves again. Sydney the best? I said no one ever. You'll enjoy our white sand beaches. All right, Jeanette. So I should I not stay in Manila the whole time? I should move somewhere else? Like I go to Manila and then go somewhere else? 30-love. 30-love. All right. Serve again. Into the backhand of Eala. Forehand from Marino into the forehand of Eala. Marino backhand on the stretch. Eala with a forehand down the line goes wide. It's 40-love. Chat. Okay. I need to explain. So 1 in the chat if you're new to tennis. 2 in the chat if you've been, let's say you've been watching tennis for at least a year or more. 1 in the chat if this is like you're new to tennis, you're like a year in, like less than a year. Or maybe you might be a couple of months because Eala brought you into tennis and you're new to the sport. 2, if you've like been watching tennis for over a year or more, right? I want to get a vibe of like what's everyone up to. 4-love. Because there should be a mixture of, I would think there's a lot of probably new people because Eala is sort of new to the scene. But there's probably a lot of people that have been here forever and still been here. Do I mean casual? No, casual fans aren't watching now. If you're watching right now, you're not a casual fan. Casual fans only watch the slams. And if you're watching this event, you're not a casual. Trust me. This match or this event is hardcores only, pretty much. So we've got a bit of a mix. So if you've only been watching tennis for a little while, you're probably wondering what the hell is going on with this score. So this is totally normal. This is what happens, especially in women's tennis. You'll get a score where it's one side is very dominant. You know, Eala first set, 6-1, that is a dominant first set. But then, the second set, the other player will win easily. It happens. It's weird that it happens, but it does happen. It's not uncommon that this happens. On the men's side of things, this would be very uncommon. I don't know why. Maybe it's because on the women's side, there are more breaks of serve, which means it's harder to win your serving games. But this is a very normal score. So if you're coming in and you're like, oh my God, Eala was so good and now she's so bad, she's not actually playing that bad. It's just that Marino is playing a much better than the first set, so now it's like flipped. So this is not an uncommon scoreline. If you're wondering what the hell is this, I thought Eala was going to win easily. She could have, but also these things happen. And it doesn't mean that in the third set Eala is not going to win the third. It doesn't even mean Eala is going to lose this set. She could come back and win this set 6-4. But this is a normal match on the WTA. It happens a lot. And if you're new to tennis, you're probably wondering, what the hell is this? This happens. This is very, very normal. As we find out of the backhand of Eala in the net, 15-30. 15-30. As Eala serves again. All right, serve again. Into the forehand of Marino. Return goes to the forehand of Eala. Marino backhand. Into the forehand of Eala down the line. Marino gets on the stretch. Eala forehand cross. Marino's there with a slice, but it's in the net. 30-all. Marino, the wife of Mannarino. No. That's not how... I mean, sometimes it works like that. I mean, if you're, I think Russian names do work like that, where it's like, you have Sharapova or Sharapov or Medvedev or Safina or Safin. They're not married. They're, siblings. But, yeah, I don't think Mannarino and Marino, I don't think that's how it works. Anyways, 30-all, as that goes out by Eala, 30-40. So, no, Marino and Mannarino are not... as far as I know, not married or related. Just very similar sounding names. Just a coincidence. 30-40. Break point for a 5-love lead. Return goes into the front of Eala, and Eala hits it out. 5-love. I mean, chat, this has been the quickest couple of sets. 45 minutes for 2 sets is wild. FAA 1, by the way, if anybody... We probably already talked about it. All right. Great explanation of the Mannarino Marino. No worries. All right. 5-love Marino in the second. Now I'm going to say Mannarino, and I'm not going to mean it. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to like the video. We're almost at 400 likes already, so thank you for that. All right. 5-love. Eala is gone. But she could also win the first set. She could also win the third set, sorry. She won the first set so easily. There's nothing stopping her. There's nothing that could stop her from running away with a final set. She's not injured, Eala. Marino is playing a lot better than the first set. That's for sure. All right. 5-love. 5-love. You're definitely right. Russian names play a surname. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that happens sometimes. Okay. Marino serving for a 6-love second set. The fastest 3-setter ever. Backhand Marino goes long. Love 15. Love 15. Excited for the third set's going to be a tie break. That's the only way there can be. The final set has to be 7-6. It has to be, right? Happy Father's Day in advance, Cam. Are you saying that to me or just in general? I'm confused. Are you saying Happy Father's Day to me? Or are you just saying Happy Father's Day in general to anybody who's a father that is not me? I'm confused. 15-all? I mean, do you know something I don't? 15-all? I don't think having a dog counts as being a dad. I don't think that's how it counts. I know like people are cat mums, but I don't think I can be a dog dad. All right. That goes out by Eala, 30-15. I don't think I get presents because I own a dog. The dog is the present. I'm lucky that I get to own a dog. That is my gift. Yeah, I don't think dog dads are a thing. All right, 30-15. As we're back in return from Eala to the front of Marino. Eala backhand. Goes out. Set points, 40-15. To take the second set, Marino, and take us to a third. $40-15. Serve again. Marino says the fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand, Marino. Marino in the net. 40-30. 40-30. All right, 40-30. Has a bit of fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Eala. Marino with a forehand. Into the forehand of Eala. Marino slice. As Eala with the forehand into the forehand. Marino again is a winner. And there's the second set. 6-love. But that's totally normal. That happens. These scorelines happen. All right. Final set. Wild sets. Final set has to be 7-6. Otherwise, yeah. That's a massive phone cam. It is a normal size phone. I don't know. Like, this is a normal phone. Is this a massive phone? I feel like it's a normal phone. All right. Final set. Who you got winning the final set, chat? Maybe she's injured? No, Eala's not injured. Marino just started playing better than the second set, than the first set. All right. Final set about to begin. Okay. Who's winning the final set, chat? Now, momentum would say, see, I told you I was going to bloody say it. Who said that stupid joke? Who said that? That was on you. You made me say that. Marino should have the momentum and she should win the final set, but that's not how it always works. By the way, Marino did not face a break point at all in that second set. That second set was all great play by Marino. Much better than the first, obviously. I'm going to go Eala in 3. I said that at the start. I'm going to stick to that. She hits a winner, Eala, 15-love. 15-love. What adjustments will she do? Will Eala do? Eala she's just gotta react to, because, okay, think of it like this, chat, all right? So the first set, you're winning easily, but Eala wasn't playing amazing. She was playing well, but she wasn't playing ridiculously good, right? She wasn't, like, hitting winners everywhere. Marino was hitting the ball in the net a lot and making a lot of errors, but which helped. And then all of a sudden in the second set, after you having like the easiest first set, the second set, your opponent starts playing well. And then you've got to like lift your level. So the level was like Marino was here and Eala was here, right? Then Marino went to here and Eala was like, oh, wait, hang on. I've got to lift my game now. So I expect Eala to be much better in this final set because she might have got a bit caught by surprise in that second set, right? Because she wasn't expecting Marino to go from playing poorly to playing well in the span of a set, right? So she probably wasn't ready, like she wasn't expecting such a big turnaround by her opponent. But now that she's kind of had a set against, 20 minutes, 25 minutes against Marino and going, okay, I can see where her level is. Now Eala has to adjust, and she has to start this 40-love. Does that make sense? So Eala wasn't having to do much in the first set to win points. She just had to get the ball back and then Marino made an error. But the second set, she was doing the same tactic, but Marino wasn't hitting errors. And she was actually hitting winners and making it really tough. 40-15. Does that make sense? So now it's back on Eala to try and raise her level. Or, Marino might drop her level in the third. But you know, you don't want to bank on that. So it's better you to try and lift by starting by winning this first game. No, we've streamed plenty of challenges before. This isn't the first, and it won't be the last unless we're watching someone else. Serve to the backhand of Marino, backing up from Eala. And Marino goes down the line to the forward of Eala. Eala in the net. Yeah, Marino's not missing at all in this third, in the second and maybe even third set. All right. As Marino forehand inside out goes wide, Eala holds. And Eala's shaking her fist, so she's ready for the fight. 1-love final set. Okay. 1-love final set. Your explanation is clearly understood for me. Nice to hear. I'm glad. Chad, if there's anything that I say that you're like, I don't understand, just ask me. I'm watching live on another channel on TV, but tuning in on my phone to hear. Thank you, Blinky. Appreciate that. Best way to watch is have the match on one screen, mute whatever. Well, they're not even doing commentary for this, but mute that and then come and hang out here. All right, 1-0. Eala, final set. As Eala hits it long, 15-love. 15-love. Voss water. No. This is tap water. Hang on. Every time. I bought the bottle and I drank all the water once, and then I've refilled the bottle for the last 12 months. Okay, hang on. 15-all. There we go. That's much better. Just a glass bottle of water from the tap. Classic tap water. 30-15. Ah, 30-15. As we return from Eala. Down the line is good. Forehand from Marino is a winner. 40-15. Great shot, Marino. 40-15. Can you please explain the different regions of the court? That is a great question. Yes, I can. I will. At the next change of ends. 40-15. That is a great question. Great question. As we get a slice from Eala in the net, Marino holds 1-all. 1-all in the final set. Okay. 1-all. I'm from Illawarra, Australia, watching and drinking beer. Hey, cheers. All right, Eala serving. 1-all final set. As a bit of fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Marino. Return off the tape. And Eala can't get it back. Love 15. A little bit of luck for Marino. Love 15. Serve again. Serve again. Love 15. As the backhand return goes into the backhand of Eala, but Eala hits it out. Love 30. How is it decided to change ends in pro tennis? That's also a great question. In fact, I can answer that question very, very easily. When the games add up to an odd number, they change ends. So 1-0, 1 plus 0 is 1. 1's an odd number. 2 plus 1, which is 2. For 2-1, 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 is an odd number, so they change ends. Every time the scores add up to an odd number, they change ends. That is the way it works. So at the end of this game, they'll change ends because it's 2-1. If it was 3-0, they'd change ends, right? As that goes out by Eala, and it's love 40. Love 40. To take the break early in the final set here, Marino. Love 40. Watching from Bacolod City in the Philippines. Hey, shout out to the Philippines. As with a serve from Eala is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. It is very windy out there as well, for anybody who was wondering. Serve. Double fault. There's the break. All right. Let's do a quick tennis 101. Now, so, first things first, the regions of the court where you serve. So these are called the service box. So when you're serving, let's say this person is serving, you serve diagonally across to each service box. When they're serving on this side, they'll serve on this side, and obviously this way. So that's the service box. There's 4 of the service boxes, and they are used for when you serve. Also, usually when you're hitting volleys, you want to be in this area here. So when you're volleying, that is also where you want to stand to hit a volley. You don't want to hit a volley back here because that means you're going to probably put yourself in trouble. So that is the service box. Those are the service boxes. Next part of the court. This part, I call it no man's land because you don't want to stand here. So if you're playing tennis, you don't want to stand in this area. This area is it's a very strange area. You want to hit into this area. So if you're standing back here, you want to hit here, right? But you don't want to stand here to hit the ball. That's not a good place to stand, but it's a great place to hit the ball. Usually between here and here, that is where you want to aim the ball. For the rallies, especially like deep in the court. You don't want to hit the ball here, like when you're back here, because then this person will be able to hit the ball easier. You want to make it hard for them. So that is called no man's land. There's probably other names for it, but that's what I call it. And then, the part of the court that we don't use, unless we're playing doubles, are these areas, right? These are called, you can call them the doubles alley, the tram lines, or the train tracks, whatever you want to call them. The doubles alley, that is for doubles. We don't do that in singles. We don't play. So if you hit the ball and you're playing one-on-one, you hit the ball here, that is called out, right? So only for doubles that we use this extra bit of the court. If you're not playing doubles, so 2 versus 2, if it's 1v1, that part of the court doesn't matter. So service box, no man's land, doubles, if we play doubles. Does that make sense? I don't think that's, I mean, there's other, you can break up the service box, but we won't go, that's tennis 202. Tennis 101, those are the region of the court. 15-all. Any questions? 15-all, with a backhand from Eala into the backhand of Marino. Sliced. Marino's got the break here at 2-1. As we get a 4 now from Eala. And it goes wide, and it's 30-15. Any questions? I got the basics. Yeah. They are the basics. That's tennis 101. We don't need to that's all we need to do right now. No questions? We're good? Great. Class dismissed. Good question. Whoever asked that question was a good question. We'll go through the lines of the court next week. How to play Federer. Yeah, see, that's an advanced lesson that we don't cover today. How to play Roger Federer. That's like a 5th year question. Anyways, 40-15. How to play Roger Federer. Yeah. Great question. I think everybody in the history of tennis has asked that question. I don't know. Ask Andy Roddick. He might know. Ask Nick Kyrgios. Ask somebody that has played and beaten Roger. 40-15. Ask Rafa. Rafa knows the answer. 40-15. Marino to take a 3-1 lead in this final set. And Eala is talking to the umpire, but can't hear her because there's no microphones around. But it's 3-1 Marino. I didn't do it. 3-1 Marino. Eala's not happy. I think it's the conditions. It is breezy out there, and when it's windy, it sucks. Playing tennis in the wind sucks, chat. If you know, you know. It stinks. Ask John Millman. Exactly. Johnny Millman knows how to beat Federer. At Grand Slams. All right, Marino, 3-1, final set. Let's see if Eala could fight back here. As the return goes out by Marino. All right, good serving again from Eala and 30 love. What is add and deuce side? Great question. We'll answer it after this. 30 love. As Eala serves an ace, 40 love. This match is over? No, it's not. It's 3-1. With that perfectly straight line, chat. I got a degree because I can draw. 40 love. No, I got a degree because I paid for it. 40 love. It's expensive. 40 love. And she double faults. 40-15. Don't worry about this part of it. I mean, the middle part's good. Don't look at that part. Don't look at the bottom part. There we go. 40 love. Pacers and Rockers parlay tonight. I mean, you do you. 40-15. As a return from Marino goes to the back end of Eala. Marino forehand is out. And Eala stays in touch. 3-2 Marino final set. Okay. Bottom line is off. Hey, don't look at that. Okay, so this side of the court and this side of the court is called the deuce side. Why is it called the deuce side, chat? Does anyone know why this side of the court and this side of the court is called the deuce side? Why is this called the deuce side? Does anyone know? Just say the answer. You don't need to put your hand up. Why is it called the deuce side? Does anybody know? Because it's where deuce is. Yeah, it's where you start the point. So if you're serving at deuce, if it's deuce, 40 all, that's where you serve from. You will serve on this side, right? And you'll stand on this side to receive. So it's called the deuce side because it's where the point at 40 all would be played. Sometimes it's called the forehand side or the forehand side for a right-hander. But the deuce side is, it's because when you're playing, you would play deuce on this side. Now, who can guess why the other side is called the advantage side? Does anyone know? Why would it be called the ad side? Why would we call this side the advantage side? Why is the red part called the ad side? Because we play advantage there. Exactly. Chat, you are on fire. You are on fire. It's because when we play advantage, so when it's 40 all and then it goes to advantage, blah, 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 you would serve on this side and you return on the other side. So that's why it's called deuce on the blue side, because that's where you play deuce. And on the ad side, it's called, it's the advantage side, because that's where you play advantage. There you go. That's as simple as that. And again, sometimes, if you're a right-hander, you might call it the forehand and backhand side. That's also commonly known, but it's also, if you're a left-hander, that's really hard, really confusing, right? Because left-handers have the opposite. But that is why it is called the deuce and ad side, because it's where you would play those points. All right. I'm sure one person learned something today, hopefully. Love 30, by the way. Let's lock in. No more questions. Let's lock in, because this match is getting very interesting. Love 30. Eala looking to get the break back, as Marino serves out wide of the back of Eala. Forehand Marino off the tape. Into the slice of Eala. Eala hits it out. 15-30. The exam is at the end of the semester. 15-30. 15-30. Serve again. Here's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Eala. Back end of Marino. Into the back end of Eala, and Marino. Oh, no, Eala hit it long. 30 all. 30 all. Chalk talk. What's that? What's chalk talk? And it's 30 all. Serve goes in the back end of Eala. For now from Marino is out. Break point of Eala. 30-40. You missed your calling. You could have been a teacher, not an architect. If I was a teacher, I would probably not be streaming. 30-40. That's why I taught tennis, a.k.a. coached. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Double fault. We're back on serve. 3-3. Please don't put the scores in the chat. 3 all. 3-3. Eala breaks back. Thanks, Cam. Which side do the players start serving from? So the players start serving from the deuce side. So they always start on the deuce side. That's always where the first point is played. All right, 3 all. As Eala serves, she's back in this match. Serve. Into the backhand of Marino. Forehand from Eala to the backhand of Marino. Eala forehand on the stretch. Marino with the drop shot, but it's in the net. By the way, pack stands now. There's no seats left. On the left side of the screen, there's a stadium. No seats available. It is packed. All right, love 15. Sorry, 15 love. 15 love's going to serve into the forehand of Marino. Return is into the back of Eala. Marino forehand into the forehand of Eala. As Marino gets the point. Eala hits it long. 15-0. I asked about foot faults. Don't understand it. Yeah, so foot faults are a little more, a little harder to describe, even with a whiteboard. Chalk talk is when you use the whiteboard. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I like using the whiteboard to explain things because it's much easier. I am a visual learner, chat. When somebody tells me something, I just look at them in the face and go, huh? But when somebody draws or explains something with photos, I'm like, oh, I understand. That's how I work. I don't know if that's how you guys work. But I find it easier to explain things if I draw them or I, words are just not enough. You know what I mean? So I'm glad I can hopefully explain things better with an image. 30-15. As Eala serves again. Schneider and Keys, yeah, they just started, didn't they? As a return goes net from Marino. And Eala got 40-15. 40-15. You mean I don't read books? I watch the film version. Exactly. I've never read Harry Potter. And I've seen 4 of the movies. The Goblet of Fire. And The Prisoner of Alcazar. As the 4 now goes out. 4-3. Eala leads in the final set. All right. Are all courts on all surfaces the same size? The lines are in the same spot, 100%. So every tennis court in the world, well, maybe not every one in the world, all the big stadium, or every court, every professional tennis venue that goes from like Futures and stuff, all of these are the same. The lines are the same. But where it differs is between the lines and the stadium size, right? So sometimes, if you go to your local tennis park or whatever, the fence line might be like here, right? So like you might be playing in this like confined space. I know I've played in tennis courts where you take 3 steps back and you run to the fence. But if you're playing on like Rod Laver Arena, it's like this, right? It's like, what the hell is, like, you got so much room. That's why Medvedev can stand so far back. And in fact, Medvedev is a great example because Medvedev has complained that he can't stand back here at some venues. Like, he'll play center court and it'll be back here, right? But then he'll have to stand here on returns. I think it was at Rome? No. What was this? Somebody will know in the chat. Where was the place where he played on court 3 and it was tiny and he's like, I can't play on this court because I can't stand back here to return. I think it was Rome or maybe Madrid. But like court 3, he stands back here, but it's only here. Whereas on center court, it's back here and he has more time to return. So yeah, so the lines are the same, right? They're the same. But everything, like the stadium size, the outside of the room to move is bigger or smaller, right? But yeah, all tennis courts are the same size, line to line, at least the professional ones. But was it Madrid that he was complaining? I thought so. But yeah, other than the stadiums are bigger. Like I've been lucky enough to play on Margaret Court Arena or practice on Margaret Court Arena. It's very different to playing down at the local park. Anyways, drop shot's no good. In comes Eala, passing shot in the net from Marino, and it's 15-0. It's very different playing on Margaret Court Arena, which this was before it had a roof. It's huge. Like, you got so much room to run, which is great if you want to run. But then you go down the local park and like you run too far, you run into a fence or hit a wall, right? 15-0. There's a backhand now from Eala. Volley from Marino is good, but Eala's got a pass, but it's in the net. 30-15. All right, now we need to lock in. Questions, we'll answer questions at the end. Save your questions to the end. 30-15. 30-15 as we get a serve again from Marino as a fault. Second serve. Serve again. In the back of Eala, Eala hits it wide, and it's 40-15. 40-15. 40-15. As Marino serves a fault, second serve. Serve again. As return goes in, and then Marino hits a passing shot wide, and Eala putting on the pressure, 40-30. Thanks, Cam. I asked a question because center courts compared to the outside courts look smaller. Maybe it's just the camera and the television. Yeah, it's because the outside of the court is so much wide. There's so much more room. There's much more room. So it's just a visual thing. Tennis courts are all the same. Like, all the courts are the same. It's just the outside of the court is bigger or smaller, so it makes the lines look bigger and smaller. Also, the camera angle, you're right as well. Camera angles can make it feel different too. As with a slice from Marino, she comes to the net, and Eala shanks it, and it goes out. 4-all. Like, if you have a court level camera, it feels like the court is a lot different than if you have like a bird's eye view, right? Like, if the camera's a little bit higher, it looks a lot different. But when you're like court level, it's harder to see the lines, right? So it does feel like it does depend on that as well. But the courts are the same. They're the same on every professional tennis court is the same. The same distance between baseline to net, line to line, it's all the same. All right, 4-4. Let's go, Rockies. Chase! What a win. What a comeback as well. Weren't we down like 7-1? Crazy. Anyways, 4-4. Back into the line. Into the backhand of Marino. Marino in the net. What the hell, Nightbot? We're celebrating. Nightbot. Get stuffed, Nightbot. Nightbot can get stuffed. Nightbot's a Yankees fan or something. He's a Marlins fan. Anyways, 15 love. No worries, Dan. Happy to help. All right, 15 love. Serve again. Into the backhand slice of Marino. Forehand from Eala. Into the slice again of Marino. Eala on the attack. Forehand winner. Great hitting from Eala. 30 love. Do I have a play button? Yep. 30 love. As Eala serves again. It's small. What the hell you mean? It's a... What the hell? Anyways, Eala hits it out 30-15. What is it? Excuse me? That is a totally adequate sized button. They're all that size. What do you mean it's smaller? What are you being rude for? I can't get the gold one until we get to 1 million subs, all right? It's not my fault. Like, the hell? Oh, it's not that. Why are you disappointed? The hell? Every play button looks like that. That's rude. The hell? 30-15. As we serve, into the back of Marino. Return goes in the back end of Eala. Eala in the net. 30-all. Dangerous. Dangerous times. Whoops. Danger times. $30-all. 30-all. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve to the backhand of Marino. Return goes the forehand of Eala off the tape. Marino gets with the forehand cross. Eala backhand down the line. Marino backhand into the forehand of Eala. Again to the backhand of Marino, but it's out by Eala. All right, 30-40. Marino with a break point at 4-all in the third. Fritz up a break 4-2. Nice. $30-40. As Eala serves. In the back of Marino, but it's a fault. That's a late call by the line or the chair umpire. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve into the back of Marino. Return is wide. Eala survives. Deuce. All right, deuce. All right, we get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. So to the backhand of Marino. Return is into the forehand of Eala. Marino backhand again to the forehand of Eala. As Marino with a forehand cross goes wide and Eala gets to advantage. Advantage Eala to take the lead. And make Marino serve to stay in the match. Advantage Eala. I'm disappointed with Eala. Why? She's winning. Advantage Eala. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Serving to the back of Marino. Return is good. Eala with a slice in the net. Marino gets back. This could be the game that decides the match, chat. This is a very important game. We get to deuce. Why are we watching this match? 3,000 people want to watch it, so I'll watch it. Deuce. Also, it's a very close match. Serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. We know where the deuce side is. Thanks. You're welcome. Second serve. Into the forehand of Marino. Return goes in the forehand of Eala. Marino. Cross court. Eala's there with a backhand on the stretch. Marino in control. As you hit the forehand cross court again for a winner. Now Marino's got a break point. Advantage Marino. For a 5-4 lead and to serve the match. By the way, chat, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. More importantly, don't forget to have a good day. I'm never going to use that one again. That was lame. All right, but also have a good day. Advantage Marino. And don't forget to drink water or something. I don't know. Backhand goes in the forehand of Marino. Backhand from Eala down the line's a great shot. Marino gets it. Eala backhand into the forehand of Marino. Into that Eala backhand. Marino on the stretch. Gets it back, but Eala with a backhand winner down the line. We're back to deuce. We are back to deuce. This is stressful. This is tennis. Back to deuce. Good save. You know what? Not a good day. Have a great day. Have a great day. It's Friday. Have a beer. No, don't do that. Have a responsible beverage. Maybe a soda or a tea. Deuce. His return goes into the backhand of Eala. Forehand from Marino. Again, the back of Eala. Marino with a slice in the net. Or did Eala? No, Eala hit it wide. What? Linesman. I couldn't hear you. Say it louder. Advantage Marino. It's Friday the 13th. Beer later. And maybe if it's Friday the 13th, maybe lock your doors. Just in case, you know. You never know. Also, it was a full moon, right? Serve. Into the back of Marino. Return goes to forehand of Eala. But Eala hits it out. Marino's going to serve the match. 5-4. 5-4. Eala is broken. Was that the first break of the final set? Or was that the... I think it was, right? No. There have been multiple breaks. All right. I'm going to have a cocktail. Hey, enjoy. Responsibly. Of course. Watching for the Philippines. Shout out to the Philippines. What's going on? Alcaraz is going to play at Queen's Club. Cool. We're going to watch him. You can bet yourself that we are definitely going to watch him. Okay. 5-4. Shout out to Italy. Hey, shout out to Italy as well. Schneider is playing so well against Keys. Good. I'm glad. I want Schneider to finally play well. I feel like she's had a really tough year. It'd be great to see Schneider do well. I picked her for top 10, so... By the way, we've got Raducanu coming up in a couple of hours. So, be ready. Marino serving for the match. And to knock out The Filipino darling. Filipina. It's Filipina, right? For a lady and Filipino for a man. Is that how it works? Same as like Spain, right? 15 love. Great serve from Marino. 15 love. Serve again from Marino. Into the front of Eala. Return is into the front of Marino. Eala guesses right with a lob. Marino with a smash. Puts it away. 30 love. 30 love. Filipina for the ladies. All right. 30 love. Eala needs probably a little bit of luck. Maybe some missed first serves. Marino serves down the 10 ace. Jesus. 2 aces in the game. I mean, this is how you serve out a match. 40 love. Match points for Marino to knock out the number 1 seed. I don't know if Eala's playing next week, but if she is, we'll probably watch her. If she's not, we'll watch her when she comes back. Serve. It's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Marino. Serving to the back end of Eala. Return is a winner. All right. Chat. Hang on. There's a pulse. There's a pulse. Hang on. There's a pulse. Don't put her in the body bag just yet. There's a pulse. Remember Alcaraz? 40-15. They had that guy in a body bag. They were zipping him up, and then he came out of like a zombie. He was just like, and then he beat Sinner. Remember that? 40-15. Backhand return into the forehand. Marino shanks it into the crowd. If there was a crowd on the left-hand side, that's actually the car park. 40-30. 2 saved. Chat. If you left, shame on you. 40-30. 40-30, chat. It's the French Open final all over again. Have a nice day. Mike, see you later. Why are you leaving? 40-30. Serve is a fault. Mike. Chat, somebody find Mike. He left. Serve. Into the forehand. It's a double fault. Mike! Somebody get him back. Mike, don't leave. Deuce. God damn it, Mike. God. Mike. Where the hell is he? All right. Marino's... No. Alcaraz did it. Serve. Into the forehand, backhand of Eala. Great return. Marino hits it deep into the forehand of Eala as Marino on the attack. Slice from Eala. She's back in the rally. Marino forehand again to the backhand of Eala. As Marino forehand on the stretch. Eala backhand down the line. Marino's got it, but hits it in the net. Mike, where the hell are you? Advantage Eala. Mike, don't come back. Everyone's calling you the jinx, so don't come back. Mike, stay away. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Mike, stay away. It's working. Get out of here, Mike. Don't come back yet. Stay away. Stay away. Advantage Eala. Serve. Into the backhand of Eala. Great return. Marino gets it back. As Eala backhand. Marino with a slice. In the net. Go away, Mike. Don't come back. Stay away. 5-all. Sorry, man. Come here. Mia. It's okay. Mike's not coming back. He left. Mike left. All right, chat. What did I say? Did I say French Open final? What did I say, chat? 5-5. Mike, don't come back, please. Stay outside. Oh, Mia, you all right? You got the hiccups. Yeah, 5-all. God, those people who left feel bad. As with a backhand now from Eala. Goes in the forehand of God damn it, it's Marino. It's not Marino, that's a guy. Sit down. Okay. All right. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. We know if Mike sneaks back in. We know what will happen. Anyways, love 15. Yeah, Mike, don't you think about it. Stay away. Mike, go away. Oh, she lost the first point, mate. I've never felt so much. Mike, you started it. Anyways, love 15. As we're going to find out from Eala, that goes out. Love 30. Mike, get out. Get out of here. It's get the hell out of here. Just for the rest of the game. You can come back at the end. Love 30. Mike, please. For the love of tennis. Love 30. God damn it, Mike. Come back at the end, please. Or just hide. Love 30. Love 30. I'm leaving for good. All right, Mike, we'll see you at the end of the match. Serve into the backhand of Marino. Forehand now from Eala into the forehand of Marino. Is Eala backhand down the line? Marino gets a backhand into the backhand of Eala. Into the forehand of Marino. Eala backhand on the stretch. As Marino forehand. Again, the backhand of Eala. Marino's got a backhand cross. Eala's there with a forehand down the line. Has it a forehand now from Marino. Eala goes the backhand to the backhand of Marino into the forehand of Eala. Marino backhand again. Is a winner. Mike, you got to leave, Mike. You got to get out quick. We're losing. We're losing her. We're losing her, Mike. Please, mate. Just you can come back tomorrow. Come back for Raducanu. All right, love 40. Oh no, he came back for 2 seconds, and look what's happened. And they say I'm cursed. Love 40. Come back in like 20 minutes. Love 40. Oh no. All right, serve. Is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. Oh no, Eala can't even toss the ball up. Oh Mike. Oh no. All right, love 40. Second serve. As Marino in the net. 15-40. Just stay there. Just stay there. Stay where you are. Do not move. Stay where you are. 15-40. 15-40. Do not move. All right, still break point. 15-40. Serve in the backhand of Marino. Return goes in the backhand of Eala. Slice. And Marino gets there, but Eala's got a backhand. And it's in the net. There's the break. Marino's going to serve for the match again. Chat, I tried, chat. I tried. All right. 6-5 Marino. 6-5. Marino will serve for the match again. This is like the Rockies match. Hey, don't you bring the Rockies match. Don't you bring the Rockies into this. Okay. Marino will try to win this match. He had 3 match points in the last game until Eala came back from the dead like Carlos. Check your pulse. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. My left arm is numb, but everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It happens. All right. Marino will serve for the match. Six-5. Marino serves. Into the backhand of Eala. Return gets backhand of Marino, who hits it out. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. Oh no. Poor Mike. Poor Mike. Anyways, never going to live it down. Forehand goes into the volley of Marino. Slice from Eala's no good. Marino puts away the easy volley. 15-0. Oh no. $15-all. As Marino serves again. Into the backhand of Eala. That's a winner! It's a winner. 15-30. Whoops. 15-30. Chance, chat. There's a chance. Carlos did it at the French Open. 15-30. As we got a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Eala, and Eala in the net. She went to try and attack it, but it was a big second serve. 30-all. 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 Thanks for indulging Filipino tennis fans of the Alex. We also knew the tennis, and we are learning so much from you and Alex and other players. Hey, you're welcome. First serve is a foul. No. First serve is a let. Serve again. By the way, Chad, if you like having fun, you're in the right place. We love fun. Fun is it's a favorite. Our favorite thing is fun. If you don't like fun, well, why? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with fun? Fun is great. Anyways, return goes into the backhand of Marino. Marino in the net. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. To take us to the thing that happens at the end of a set sometimes, like at 6-all. Anyways, return. Nope, it's a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Eala. Return the forehand of Marino. Eala with the backhand down the line. Marino's there with the backhand, and it's out. We're going to a tie break. It's a tie break. It's called a tie break. Not 10 points, so it's a 7-point tie break. 7-point tie break. Mike, I know you're not here right now, and that's totally fine, but just stay outside of the club, all right? Do not walk in here. Everything's fine. Come here at the end of the match. 6-all. Stay where you are. Do not move. Don't even think it. All right, Eala, who's winning the tiebreak, chat? I'm going to go with Eala in 3 because I've said that from the start. I'm going to believe my own hype. I'm going to believe it. I'm believing it. Did you watch my predictions at the French Open? I was okay. All right, Eala. Eala serves. Into the backhand of Marino. Return goes to forehand of Eala. Marino comes to the net with a volley, but it's in the net. One love. Mike, stay back. One love, Eala. Yeah, Mike, go for a walk. Just go around the block. Come back in 20 minutes. Take a hike. Mike. Good one. Remember that one, chat. Take a hike. One love, Eala. Marino serves. Return goes into the forehand of Marino. Marino hits a win up. Stay back. 1-all. Back away from the door. Don't even touch the handle. 1-all. All right, 1-all. First serve is a fault. Second serve, Marino. Eala standing inside the baseline. Now, Mike from Denmark, it's not you, it's the other Mike. As the return goes into the forehand of Marino. Forehand from Eala to the forehand of Marino. As Eala backhand down the line, Marino's there with a slice. Into the forehand of Eala. Marino backhand again on the stretch. Into the forehand of Eala. Marino with a slice backhand on the stretch again. It's in the net. See, Mike from Denmark, it's not you, it's the other one. Because she won the point when you're here. So that's okay. It's the other Mike that said they left and then she started winning. Anyways, 2-1. 2-1. Eala gets the mini break in the tie break. First to 7. Win by 2. You got to win by 2. First to 7 or win by 2. As we serve from Eala to the forehand of Marino. Forehand from Eala to the backhand of Marino. As Eala forehand down the line. Marino's there with the forehand again to the forehand of Eala. But Eala hits it in the net. I think Eala thought it was out, but she hit it in the net. She totally misplayed that. 2-all. 2-2. 2-all. We're back on serve. As Eala serves again. As a return from Marino goes in the back of Eala. Marino with a forehand inside-out winner. Mike, I know you're in here. You need to leave. You need to get out of the chat. I know you might not be talking right now, but we know you're here. 3-2 Marino. Mike, please, just wait outside. 3-2. 3-2. Marino. She serves an ace. 4-2. Mike, I told you. Mike. 4-2. Thank you, Mike. Stay. Excuse me? Who the hell are you? What are you talking about? Stay. What do you mean? If you're Canadian, okay, fair enough. 4-2. 4-2. Marino serving to get to 5-2. Remember, Marino had 3 match points at 5-4. And Eala came back like Alcaraz at the French. But it's not a comeback unless you win. And Mike, just wait outside. All right, 4-2. Serve is an ace. What the hell, man? 5-2. Mike is to manage Arsenal. Excuse me? 5-2 Marino. She's 2 points away from the win. She's won 5 points in a row. All right, Eala to serve. Great serving from Marino. She has served a lot better in this final set, to be fair. Serve. The backhand of Marino. Good return. Eala hits it in the net. 6-2. Marino's with 4 match points. Great return. She won 6 in a row in this tiebreak. 6-2 Marino to knock out the number 1 seed. Somebody want to check on Mike? 6-2. Has been a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Marino. It goes out. Hang on. Wait. Bullying any Mike is about to be running a thing in this channel, isn't it? Well, your name's Sidhu, so, I mean, I'm glad you're concerned about Mike, but Mike, we're just having fun. All right. 6-3. Marino. Match point number 5. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Eala, and then Marino hits it out. 6-4. 6-4 Marino. Match point number 6. It's on Marino's serve, though. She's been serving big down the tee. She serves. An ace down the tee. Chat. Does somebody want to check on Mike? All right. Marino wins. What an epic finale. I mean, the first 2 sets, very strange. Third set, tiebreak. We wanted that. But Eala's out. Marino's an experienced player. So it was a good fight. I mean, Eala had it was a good, solid fight. But Marino just a little too more experienced in the end. Also, the serving of Marino in the final, half of that second set, crazy. Why are you so sensitive, bro? Entertain Philippine fans. Why are you here? All right, 7-6, final set. Mike, you can come on back now, Mike. Somebody want to check on Mike? All right, GG's. If y'all leaving, we're going to sub on the way out. But good win by Marino. Solid win. Solid win. Solid win by Marino. She's into the semifinals. And Eala, I don't think, is playing next week. And if she is, we'll watch her. If she's not, she's not. She might not be playing until Bad-Homburg, potentially. So, yeah. So we'll watch her in a few. If she's not playing next week. We'll definitely be watching her at Wimbledon, so make sure you join us for that. You can bet yourself for that. All right, see you later, Deb. We are watching Raducanu. So if you like having fun, feel free to join us for that. Why did you make me watch this game? Yeah, mods, just write down the name. GG's, but like saving 5 match points is insane. I did feel Eala's level must have dropped in the second and get up in the third. I mean, she was the third set. Both players were, well, the scoreline suggests, right? Both players were at that level. First set, Eala was playing good, and Marino wasn't playing great in the start. Second set, Marino rose her level, and Eala unfortunately was maybe shocked a little bit by the sudden rise. And then the final set, Eala lifted again, but Marino kept her level. And Eala was fighting. I remember the 4-4 game? That was an epic. That was really where the match was sort of won and lost, that 4-4 game, where Eala was, she had a chance to hold, and then she would have been at 5-4, and then she could have broken to win the match, but Marino breaks, and then it's 40-love. Eala was great to fight back. That was a great fight back. But unfortunately, it was a little bit too late. And the tiebreak, Marino was just too good. Serving great in that tiebreak. Thanks, Cam. Informative and entertaining as usual. No worries. You're welcome. Yeah, Marino is the defending champion here as well. So obviously, yeah, there is a reason. By the way, Mike MK, you are not the Mike. There is a Mike. We're not saying that all Mikes needed to leave. Just that one specific person who said, at 40-love, I'm out of here. And then when they left, Eala started winning. So it's not every Mike. It's just the one Mike that was here. And now, hopefully, did somebody check on Mike? By the way, Hashanov, Diallo are playing. Diallo's winning, so Canada are having a good day. Fritz is beating Fucsovic. Schneider is beating Keys. So that's interesting. Yeah, just the one Mike. For this one specific thing that happened. Mike, are you okay? Friday the 13th, anything can happen. Anyone can happen. I don't know what is anyone can happen. What? Breathtaking game. You made me shouting by myself, and hello to Mike, whoever he is. Yeah, shout out to Mike. Can everybody just pour one out for Mike? Everybody, let's just pour one out for Mike, all right? Can we get some M's in the chat for Mike? You need some merch. Where is Mike? Mike. Where is Mike? Did anyone... Somebody check on Mike? I think Eala has to build her net game on the grass, albeit I do think she has better serve, would be helpful for that one. Yeah, look, I think the surface is going to help her game a lot more than on the clay. Being on grass will give her a little bit of extra, sort of pace off the serve. Her serve will be more effective on grass because of the speed. I feel like a good slice backhand, if she can work on the slice a little bit, and yeah, the net game as well. I think those two shots will help her elevate her game. I mean, playing doubles on the grass should be something that she should consider doing. But the thing is, does she really need to be good on grass? No. Because the grass season is over in like 2 minutes. And if you don't play well on grass, Swiatek, Casper Ruud, I mean, you can be top 3. So to put all your efforts into playing well on grass is kind of a waste of time in 2025 because it's literally 5 weeks. And you might play 2 of those weeks. And yeah, okay, you're losing points at Wimbledon potentially, but also just play well at the US Open. Just play well in Canada, Cincinnati, in Canada, and Asian swing. Like play well in the hard courts. So yeah, good opportunity for her to win points, but also who cares? Like if she loses, and she won 2 matches in a row here. If she doesn't win another match on grass, she's going to lose like 2 more matches. I think she's going to play hard courts. Hard courts are where Eala should thrive, or at least should do well, because we saw that at Miami, right? So the expectation goes up after Wimbledon, because that's where she's going back to the good courts. She's gone back to her favorite surface, we have to assume, right? Actually used to be pretty good on the Asian. Well, the Asian swing is fast hard courts, which is kind of Miami. So, yeah, I mean, again, basing that off that one result, the Miami result, then she should be able to go well on Cincinnati courts. She should be able to go well with be good on Beijing, right, and Wuhan, and all those courts, right. Medi Opelka should be a banger. Yeah, that'd be really fun. It'll be like really slow when Medvedev serves, and then Opelka will hit 4 aces. It's been a very weird match, that one. This proves Eala can play on grass. She can be a goat eating grass. I mean, maybe. What time's Emma's match? She is playing in like maybe 2 hours, 3 hours. It depends on how Raducanu's match goes. But Raducanu plays after Keys, and Keys is still playing. So, what is the Asian swing? So the Asian swing is there's like a set of tournaments between like September and November. So mainly in October is the Asian swing mainly. So it's tournaments that are all played in Asia, right? They play in South Korea, they play in China, they play in Japan. The Asian swing is when everybody sort of goes and plays all the Asian tournaments, right? So that's the Asian swing. It's when all the players are playing through that region. Unfortunately, there's no tournaments in the Philippines, but maybe one day they'll go back to the Philippines and really give it a shot. I mean, look, if the WTA would be crazy not to try and make a 250 in the Philippines just for Eala. Like, if Eala is already, I mean, look, Jack, we had nearly 4,000 people watching a 125 event in the WTA. And as much as Marino might be popular in Canada, Eala was like 99% of the crowd. So if that doesn't tell you that Eala can bring a crowd, then I don't know what the hell they're thinking. Like a 250 in the Philippines with Eala as the face of that tournament, you're going to get a crowd. And the good thing is, because chat, people ask me, why do you watch Eala? 1, because there's a lot of people that want to watch her. 2, there's a lot of people that want to watch her, but also, hopefully, there's a lot of people that want to watch her and then come back and watch Coco Gauff or watch Raducanu later and stay for other players. You might come here for Eala, but you stay and hopefully learn about other players. And then that's how we promote the sport, right? We do that with other players too. On the men's side, on the women's side, we watch the players that everybody wants to watch. They might not be the highest ranked players because hopefully the new people that come in for Eala will stay for the, Gauff, Sabalenkas, Swiatek's, whoever else, right? That's what the WTA need to do with Eala going to the Philippines. Because what they could do is a 125, you get it in Manila, right? You get Eala as the face of that tournament. Everyone comes for Eala, but they stay and they watch whoever else is there. Maybe they watch, maybe Coco's there, or maybe a more top 30 players are there, right? Maybe you have someone like a Svitolina or somebody else. And then you watch Eala, but then you stay for somebody else and you go, oh, I like that player too. And that's how you grow the game for new fans. Instead of just being like, well, they like one person. Yeah, they come here for the one person, but then they stay for hopefully to learn more about the sport, to learn more about other players. And that's same with Fonseca, right? Fonseca and Eala, those players don't come along very often. Those very hyped players, if you want to call them hype, but popular players that come along that aren't the highest ranked, right? They're both in the same ranking. They're both like 70. But they get people coming to the tennis more than some of the top 10 players. So they got to make the most of that because it doesn't happen all the time. So again, by doing that, I mean, Rio already have a tournament. So Fonseca and Rio will always be a big deal. But the Philippines don't have a tournament. So that's where you got to make it a tournament around Eala because she will bring people to that stadium. But then also those people might learn something about somebody else. And then they'll stay around and they'll watch more tennis. And that's how you grow the game. Chat. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. She should play powerful and aggressive like Coco. I think she'll get there. Remember, she was playing qualifiers for the last couple of years, trying to get through the qualies. So it's a big step up from going qualifiers to now consistently playing top 100 players, but also being a top 100 player for the first time. There's an expectation, right? So she's also trying to deal with the expectation of being maybe better than most players that she plays. Like she's a top seed here. So everyone she plays here is lower ranked, and she's expected to win, right? So she's dealing with that pressure as well. The added popularity too. Totally agree. I'm happy for Alex. Yeah. All right. So Raducanu is coming up in a few hours. Keys and Schneider are playing, and then we've got to wait for Rebecca. So after that, we'll get ready. Are you going to follow Boison if she plays soon? When is she playing? Is Boison playing next week? Ash Barty took a while to get those slams. Yeah, I mean, Ash Barty played tennis, then went away from tennis, and then came back to tennis, and then started winning. So she took a break before she started winning, Where is Alex playing next? I don't know. And I don't think she's playing next week. I think she's playing in 2 weeks. And then Wimbledon. So, yeah. Hopefully, Eala can win in the semis of the finals of the US Open Hardcourt. Yeah. Looks like I'm a bit late. Oh, Bradley, you missed out on a crazy fun match, mate. It was a great match. But welcome. But yeah, I think Eala, let me check. She's definitely not playing next week. I'm pretty sure she's not playing next week. But she might be playing the week after that in a 125 in Eastbourne. But I don't think she's playing next week. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. So next week, we have... Why can't I find it? This is so dumb. Oh, hang on, that's why. Here we go. Okay, so next week, there are no 125s, apparently. So next week, there is no 125s, so she won't be playing those events because there's none to play. But she might play... I mean, I don't think she's playing the qualies of... You know what? Could she get a qualifier wildcard to Berlin or Nottingham? Maybe. Is the quali draw out for Nottingham? Because in Nottingham, she might actually be playing in Nottingham because she might be unseeded. Oh no, we checked out that last week, didn't we? It was two. She might get a wild card. I mean, if they're smart, Nottingham, and if they watch the channel, which is very unlikely, they should give her a wild card for the qualies. If she wants to play, she might not want to play. She'll play 2 weeks in a row. Maybe she doesn't want to play, next week and the week after and the week after. So, but yeah, I think she's going to take next week off, and then she might play the week after before Wimbledon, and then play Wimbledon. So she'll definitely be playing Wimbledon at this stage. But I don't think she's playing next week. But if she is, we'll watch her. If she's not, we won't. Eala seems to be doing better in doubles than singles these days. I mean, she did partner Coco Gauff, which helps. I do think one win in a 500 could be a good risk reward for entry. Yeah, I'm surprised that she's playing 125s, but I'm also not. I don't think that's a bad idea. It's interesting. She didn't just have a good Miami and then is like, well, I'm not playing small events now. I'm just going to play the big events, which is cool because, most players would be like, I don't want to be a top seed at a 125. I'd rather be a unseeded player at a 500, right? But also, the risk, right? If you, like you said, risk reward. If you're an unseeded player at 500, you're going to play Sabalenka first round potentially or second round. Whereas if you're the top seeded at 125, you're not going to play anyone higher ranked than you. Now there's a risk because if you lose, you could, it could ruin your confidence. But this week, her beating two players that are lower ranked than her and then losing to Marino, it was a good week, right? Quarterfinals. Yeah, Marino, beat her in a close match, and Marino is only ranked, I think, like 20 spots lower, so she's still around the same ranking. But if she played, let's say she played Queen's Club this week and she lost first round, that doesn't help the confidence, even if she lost to the top players, right? So she's sort of in that, like, do I play lower tournaments that I can get not so much ranking points, but I can get more matches and confidence, or do I play the higher tournaments, potentially lose first round, and then not get any points anyway? So yeah, I think she's going about it the right way, though. I don't think, like, the Miami run she didn't just kind of ditch everything and say, I'm only playing certain events. Maybe, once she gets to a certain ranking, maybe she gets to top 50, she might go, look, I'm not going to play smaller events with a top 50 ranking because I don't need to. Because then she could be seated at smaller events, 120, 250s, right? But again, I don't, it's cool to see. Like, it's interesting because I for sure thought after Miami, and after even that second event she played in Portugal, I thought she's not going to play these again. But she keeps playing 125s, which respect, that she's not, too good for them, right? She's not, she doesn't feel like, oh, I'm above this. No, she's still humble enough to go and play these tournaments, and work on things, and not be overconfident with how she did in Miami. She's not, that's cool. She had every right after Miami to be like, forget this, I'm only playing the big tournaments. She could have done that and we wouldn't have said anything, but, she wants to keep, she wants to learn and get wins, and yeah, so it's cool. But if she keeps, I don't think she's going to play these events next year. If she's in the top 100 next year, or top 50, right? I don't think she's going to play these events next year. I think Eala wasn't prepared for it, especially in the Philippine passport. Where? Nottingham Open, maybe if she performed well, rest until Wimbledon. Yeah, I don't think she's playing next week, though. But if she is, we'll keep an eye out. Let me have a look. I'll look at the entry list. Like I said, she might have got a wild card. So yeah, she didn't. Oh, she missed out on the. She might be in the qualies of Nottingham though, or get a wild card. I mean, look, again, like I said, Nottingham would be crazy not to give Eala a wild card. Fonseca and Eala, like I said, those are the two players that I know people hate because of the hype. But if tournaments need to cash in on the hype. They do. They need to, because to get Eala going to Nottingham becomes a tournament that people want to watch. Right now, Nottingham is not something that we're going to watch next week. And it's not something that most people are going to watch. Because unless you're like a Fernandez fan, or maybe you're a fan of Bolter, maybe you want to watch a Dajmaya. But we're watching Berlin. Berlin is where my attention's going to be, right? Because we're going to have Sabalenka, we've got Gauff, we've got, big names, big names. But if you bring Eala to Nottingham, that's going to not only pique our interest, but it's also going to probably pique more people's interest on watching WTA. So, and then, just in general, right? Because she's somebody that people want to watch. So I feel like it would be a miss for Nottingham not to try and get her to play. And they haven't given out the wild cards. There's 3 wild cards. So LTA, if you're listening, which you're not, because why would you be? Nobody would. You got work to do. Why are you listening? But give Eala a wild card if she wants to play next week. Let her play. I mean, the last time she got a wild card, well, maybe not the last time, but one of the times she got a wild card, she made a semi-final and set the world on fire and beat Swiatek. So just saying, maybe it's not a bad idea. But also you get more notoriety for the tournament because people want to watch. Just like if Fonseca was playing, next week or even like if he was playing this week in Stuttgart, we'd be watching Fonseca in Stuttgart, and a lot of people would be paying attention to that tournament because he is such a big draw. What about Bet on Berg? Are we streaming any matches there? Yeah, if Swiatek plays, we'll definitely be watching her from that event for sure. Chad, I should be a tournament director. Of what? Nothing, because there's no tournaments in Melbourne except for Australian Open, and Craig Tyler's got that on lock. So 125 events she is playing right now probably were like playing months ago. Yeah. And it's cool because whoever, her and a coach have obviously set out a schedule for the year, and it seems like they're sticking to that schedule, It doesn't seem like they're, it doesn't seem like they're going to be deviating from that schedule this year, which is good. But I also think if she has a chance, maybe get the wild card to the event and go for it. Eala fitness is still bad. How is her fitness bad? She finished the match. She wasn't injured. She wasn't cramping. How is her fitness bad? She doesn't look tired. I mean, what do you mean bad? Her fitness is bad. Sounds like you're just making an excuse or making it up. WTA scrambling to stream the next Eala match. That's it. I mean, give her a wild card of Nottingham. Come on now. Still half of the year and she will improve a lot better. Oh, yeah. When she goes back to the hard courts, she's going to be... That's where we're going to be expecting her to do better, right? Can she change her coach? Why would she change her coach? There's no point in changing her coach. Her coach has gotten her to this far. Why would you get rid of him? That's crazy. No reason to get rid of the coach. She's playing the qualies in Nottingham. Thank you, Stolik. I can't find any information because that's one of the issues with the WTA is that it's very hard to find out things. They keep things. They just don't. They don't publish things. So she's playing in Nottingham qualies apparently, which means she will go there now, I guess, and try and... What is she a number? Is she top seed of the qualies or what? What's up? Order of play is not ready yet. Well, thank you. Does anyone see the quali draw, or is not out yet? Is the quali draw not out yet? Excited for her to get her confidence again? Yeah, it was a great week. This was the most successful time that she's had since Miami. So she's going in the right direction, Eala. And last week, she lost to the person who made the final. So, again, if you're an Eala fan and you're hearing people being like, boo-hoo, she sucks, those people don't know what they're talking about. Last week, she lost to the player who made the final. This week, she makes the quarterfinals for the first time since Miami. So she's building that confidence that she might have lost on the clay. She's going the right way, Chad. Eala is going the right direction. The match ending in a tiebreak was very appropriate, like you predicted. Yeah, I picked Eala in 3 though, so I can't claim it. Now, chat, this is the part of the show where I tell you what I bought at the thrift store today. Check this out, chat. Now, chat, I'm not going to ramble on about DVDs and why you should own them. But also, you should at least own on DVD or Blu-ray or a VHS your favorite movie. Because one day, that movie might disappear off the internet, and then how are you going to watch it? How are you going to watch Fast and the Furious if Netflix delete it? How are you going to watch it? How are you going to watch Vin Diesel and Paul Walker drive cars? How? You're not going to be able to. So why don't you have it on a disc that you can play whenever you want? Trust me, you'll be thanking me when you're watching that DVD and the internet goes out. All right? Speaking of Fast and Furious, so that's what I got first one. I got a trilogy. The first 3, it's actually sealed. I didn't know this was sealed until I brought it home. Fast and Furious 1, 2, and 3. Chat, nothing better than finding one cover with 3 movies for the price. This is $3, $1 a movie. Chat, Amadeus. I've never seen this movie, but I always hear things. So I'm so glad I found this. It's on my list. Amadeus. Apparently, it won 8 Academy Awards including Best Picture. So apparently, it's a good movie. I love this cover though. Look at this cover. Chat. The design of DVD cover art is a lost art because now we just have streaming and they just they don't even do movie covers anymore. This is what a great cover. Can we just appreciate the cover? Panic Room. Haven't seen this movie for a long time. Jared Leto's in it apparently, but so does Jodie Foster. So 2-time Academy Award winner Jodie Foster. This one you need to make sure that you Also director of Fight Club apparently. That's cool. Addams Family Values. Addams Family 2. I was trying to find the original one as well, but I couldn't find it. All I could find was the second one, but Addams Family is classic. Love these movies. Yeah. I didn't know they had it in Australia. I didn't know if they had this on DVD. Anyways. Flatliners. I have no idea what this is about. No, actually, sorry. I have no idea if this is good, but apparently it's about a bunch of medical students that try and flatline. It's weird. Anyways, I've got this because I think it might be interesting, and if it's not, I'll take it back. Tim Burton Dark Shadows. I have to add to the collection. And I got this movie. It's called The Avengers, and it's not Marvel. But it's I don't know what the hell this is. Again, I don't know what this is. It's got Sean Connery in it. These 2 movies were an experiment. All right, Chad. I'll give you a review. But these 2 movies, I went, you know what? This looks interesting and weird, and this I've heard of. So I bought these 2, and they might not last. They might not stay in the collection, but I bought them anyway because who doesn't like to watch movies? And you never know. Maybe they're great. I don't know. Maybe they're great. Maybe they're terrible. I remember that Avengers movie wasn't great. Well, I'll tell you, all right, when I watch it. And I'll let you know if it's good and if I liked it or hated it. Or I'll let you decide. You watch it. So that's what I found today, chat. That was a successful thrift. What's that? I got 9 movies. Chat, I'm never going to get bored. Between streaming Wimbledon and watching movies, I'm just going to be having the greatest time of my life. There's a young Kristen Stewart in Panic Room. Is it? Really? Is she really? Is she really? Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Also, Forrest Whitaker? Chat, this has got like an all-star cast. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? Apparently it's from it's a David Fincher movie. I'm an idiot. I've been trying to find David Fincher movies. I just put this on the list because I'm like, oh, Panic Room. I remember seeing that like back in the day, I guess. That's crazy. I might have to watch this tomorrow. Yeah, Jodie Foster. Yeah, Panic Room with Jodie Foster. Yeah, Forrest Whitaker's one of the bad guys. That's cool. I didn't realize. Good movie. Interesting Australian movies do you have there? Wolf Creek. Fritz just won? Nice. All right, chat, we're going to get out of here because we have had a day. But we've also got Raducanu coming up against Zhang. I'll tell you, chat, if you came in for Eala and you're still here after my DVD segment, you should stay here for Raducanu versus Zhang. I'll tell you why. 1, Raducanu. 2, Zhang. 3, I don't think they've ever played. But also, Zhang's not the best grass court player. Raducanu is looking great this week. That match could be an epic. Zhang was lucky to win her first match. And Raducanu's been playing really well this week. Zhang's the favorite, I would guess. Raducanu the underdog. But it's got that could be a classic. A classic 2025 grass court match. It could be a great one. So if you are here for Eala and you're still here after all the stuff, I hope you stay for that match because that match will be interesting. And if you want to learn more about tennis, that match will help. Raducanu's the favorite. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let's see how it goes because, like I said, Zhang is top 10. Raducanu is Grand Slam champion. I mean, it's a US Open 2021 champion versus the Olympic gold medalist. I mean, It sells itself, right? So make sure you come and watch that if you want to keep having fun. Have you got any Serbian movies? No, I haven't yet done that. Not yet. Anyways, I'll send you over to the next one. We'll be back in a few hours to watch Raducanu taking on Zhang. It could be on in, I'd say maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5, depending on the matches before. But there you go. They played in the juniors, did they? Ooh. Well, we'll talk about that in the match. But Marino wins. She takes out Eala in 3, 1-6, 6-love, 7-6. Still watching DVDs? Mate, DVDs are cool. Are you serious? DVDs are back, baby. Like, are you kidding me? If you don't watch DVDs, then what are you doing in 2025? That's crazy. Anyways, very good match by Marino. After the first set, she recovered very well. But Eala had a good week. She won 2 matches in a row for the first time since Miami. She is tracking back, slowly coming back to get that confidence back. Watch her if she plays again next week, but great win by Marino. She's into the semifinals. I'll see you in a couple of hours.